All right. Pull up these comments here. What is up, OVF family? Happy Thursday. As you can see, we got a different face on with me today. As always, though, I'm one of your co-founders here and one of your hosts, Chris Celeste. My partner in service here tonight is going to be one of our amazing team members, Mr. David. Liam is feeling under the weather, so he will not be joining us on camera, but he will be popping in the comments saying what's up. Just been down with a fever and throwing up, so we're not going to force him to be on camera and share that with you guys. So really excited though for today because we're doing something very special. It's not every day that we just kind of take down the wall, open up the curtain, and just let you guys just ask us whatever you want. And I think it's going to be really powerful. Again, the quality of your questions determines the quality of your answers, right? The quality of our questions also determines the quality of our life. And so the questions that you guys bring here today is going to determine the value in which that we will be able to impart on you. You know, I've sat in these before where I've had people joke around and ask me whether I wear boxers or briefs and, you know, all the funny questions that could come up. And yeah, we will joke and answer them. And that's fine too. We can get personal. But guys, here's the thing. You're on a call with people who are master digital marketers, who have mastered online business, who understand the skill sets that go into creating attention, converting that attention into happy customers, income in your bank, money in your pocket, and then repeating that over and over again with happy customers, rebuying and new customers coming in. We've done this in multiple niches. We have people inside of the OVF right now who are life coaches, who do homesteading, who are woodworkers, who are personal trainers, who work in, you know, health and wellness, administration, nonprofits. It doesn't matter. These skills are so universal and can be applied to everything. And that's what's so great about OVF is we are a melting pot of veteran entrepreneurs who have different dreams, different passions, and we're all achieving them under one roof. And, you know, Liam and I and the team are just so excited and honored and grateful that we just get to be a part of that journey with you guys, to be a part of that growth, to be a part of that guidance and sharing that skill set with you and helping you to master it. So again, super excited tonight to be asking you guys or answering your questions that you're going to be asking. I'm just going to shut up for a minute and let David say hi, and then I'll go into my normal housekeeping.
Super excited to be here with you guys tonight. Normally I'm off in the comments and in the back, so it's kind of good to be out here in front of you guys and get to sit here and answer your questions and, you know, put a face to the words that pop up on the screen while you guys are listening to Chris and Liam put out the value that they do every week. So it should be a fun night.
Awesome, brother. And we got Jeremy in the house. What's up, brother? We got Sean Cody in the house. What's going on, my man? We got Tyler. What's up, brother? Tyler just recently pulled the trigger and went all in on his digital business. Very excited for him. Liam's in the chat. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Hopefully you are feeling a little bit better. We've got Brandy, another amazing member of the OVF team, and she just got her very first digital sale for her coaching business. Super excited for her. The funnels are built. She's ready to get rocking, and she's even got that first sale in the books. Very, very excited for her. First of many, I am absolutely sure. Let's see what else we got coming through the pipeline here. Oh, we haven't had any of my examples yet. You guys have been doing good with giving StreamYard permission. So I'll just take this opportunity since I haven't had a good example. You guys have already given StreamYard permission. So if you have not yet got given StreamYard permission, go up into the chat, the description above me, the actual post above me, and there'll be a blue link at the very bottom that says, you know, StreamYard and Facebook. If you click on that, it'll actually give StreamYard permission for me to see your face and your name, much like we do here with Brandy. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. And if I do get an example of that, I will share it with you. But we'd like to engage with you directly, so definitely go ahead and do that. Jeremy's saying get well to Liam. Liam's saying he appreciates it. You guys are handling it all in the comments. Most importantly, we're doing it together. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. That's what's amazing. That's you know, our lifeblood. That's what our mission, our passion is to be with our brothers and sisters, to be with those who understand us, who have been through similar situations as us, who really understand what it is to sacrifice for the greater good. And now we come together so that that sacrifice is not in vain, and we can actually start living a life of true freedom that a lot of us, I mean, even those of us who didn't serve overseas, all of us put forth an effort during these times. And I want everyone to be able to achieve this, post-military success. I don't want to say that just because someone deployed or didn't deploy, there's a level of, one being more deserving. I believe anybody who is willing to raise their right hand, write their name on the dotted line and say, I'll be a number for this country to ensure the freedoms and the safety of this country, then you guys are a veteran to me. As long as you didn't get dishonorably discharged or med boarded from boot camp, you make the cut. So happy to have you guys here. And, like Liam said, just together we are so much stronger together, and there's nothing that we can't do. Brandy, life coach in the house. Absolutely super proud to have you and your business here under the OVF roof. Brandy saying what up to David. Tyler's got his products today. Super excited for you to let us all know what you think, brother. Less than a 4-day turnaround. Yeah, now that some of the madness with the whole COVID thing, shipping is actually kind of regulated again. I've noticed that Amazon's back to being here in like a day. A lot of my CBD orders are here within 3 days. Things like that are just speeding back up again, where it was a little bit of a delay, a month or two ago. So very nice. We're starting to pull back out as far as logistics and shipping are going. So for any of you guys who are in a product, not a digital product, but a physical product-based business, you guys are probably seeing the same thing as well, where you're speeding up in your logistics. Awesome. Love it. We got Mike saying, what's up? Good to see you, brother. All right, Brandy. Perfect. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Well, tonight's all about you guys. It's all about letting you guys get the answers you need, the clarity you're looking for. And so, go for it. Go right ahead. Start asking us anything you need, and we will just start rolling with the questions as they come in. I'll take a couple. I'll ask David for his opinion and his advice. If David feels he can really give you guys some value, I'm sure he'll just, pop his hand up and let me know that he's got this, and I'll gladly just step back, because that's what I love about my team. That's what I love about being a member of the OVF family, is that every one of us just have such a passion and a desire to serve that it just comes out naturally. It's like a flow state that just comes, that, when we're brainstorming behind the scenes and just hanging out, or, working with students, it's really cool and inspiring to watch the team and what they can do. So you guys will get a piece of that too, as you spend more time with us on more Thursdays, with more breakouts, which hint, that's coming real soon. Maybe the first week of February. I'm not saying it will be, it won't be, but we're going to be doing a really big breakout training here really soon too. So what's up, Bobby? Welcome out. All right. So I think we got a question right here. Any product that comes, usually week top, super fast service around here. Perfect. All right, we got our question. The art of the invite. How do you approach it? Be more specific. What are you inviting them to do? Right. If you'll notice anything about me, the more detail I have, right? So I'm all about research. You guys have probably seen that training. If you haven't, inside the business section, you can watch that replay. But I'm all about understanding my customer, right? If you don't understand the person you're trying to help, it's very hard to help them. So if you understand the exact next step you want that customer to take and who that customer is and what drives them, then inviting them to do something is quite easy. I just need to know, what is it that you're inviting them to do? Continue our service outside of the military. Absolutely, Brandy. Couldn't have said it better. We're living a life of service, and to those who mean the most to us, because they know what it's like to serve. They know what it is to serve as well. And so it's an amazing thing that we get to do. And I honestly, anybody on the line, if you ever get a chance to help your fellow brother or sister, to help someone else in need, it's such a fulfilling thing to do. And I just recommend that, you get out there and just do that for yourself once and get to feel that. How would you invite them to go on an expedition? Well, I wouldn't invite them to go on an expedition at first, right? You don't know enough. If you're trying to get somebody from Facebook, for per se, to go straight onto an expedition with you, you have no like and trust factor yet, right? So it's going to be a very high barrier of entry for someone to just say, hey, I want to go in the woods with this guy for 5 days who I have no idea who he is or what he can do, right? So instead, what we do is we stack value and we show proof, right? We document who we are and what we can do. We do that in our world. We do that by building funnels, right? We build a series of web pages that are actually providing that value, doing that explaining, giving them that insight they would need to then say, hey, listen, I love what this guy's about. I would really like to go on this expedition with them. But again, it's not going to be just a, hey, join my expedition ad on Facebook, right? It's your story of why you do it. Can be a great ad to use. Yeah, any kind of testimonials or case studies that you have of people you've taken out on these experiences where they can share from their own, perspective, what that was like would be a great ad to run for that particular thing. I wouldn't so much focus on your, exactly what they're going to experience, the actual features they're going to have. Remember, we're emotionally driven creatures, right? Humans, we're not logically driven. We're emotionally driven. We will make a buying decision based on emotion, and then we will back it up with logic, even if that logic is flawed, because we need to be right. We'll make ourselves right. So what you want to do is you want to speak to the emotional benefit inside of this ad, inside of this story, that's going to allow them to want to know more, to be intrigued enough to actually go to your funnel, to see who you are, your credentials, what you're about, maybe hear from a couple of the people who've been on those expeditions with you, maybe give them something for free. We call that in the industry, we call it a lead magnet. You can give them free value, like 3 tips or 5 tips about survival or homesteading that will, help you set the foundation for the future if that's what you're interested in, something along those lines, so that you're giving them something, education, free value. They're accepting it, they're learning from it. If they love it, if they like the way you explain it, they really love what they're doing, they're going to be more likely to then take that expedition. But the way we work online, and with the vast amount of scams and things that could be thrown down people's throats these days, we need to present who we are. We need to represent value. And then, and only then, can we ask them to give us money and do something for us. Is that making sense? Let me know if that made sense to you. Another thing, Jeremy, is I've been noticing a lot of your posts. I've been noticing a lot of what you're doing. Great that you're taking action and getting things built and getting things done. I did also notice that you mentioned in your post today that you're having a lot of trouble getting traction. So what I would mention to you, brother, is that when we last talked, I wanted you to get clarity. I wanted you to get moving, but I think it's time for us to revisit our conversation. Maybe get you back on another game plan call. That way we can really set you out those next steps and really ensure that you have a solid marketing plan. Because like you said, if traction's your issue, then marketing's the problem, right? Marketing is your main issue there. And so, let's get together. Let's use my vast knowledge of digital marketing to really help you get moving forward, brother. He's saying, thank you. Solid advice. And anytime, brother, that's what we're here for. Let's see. We got any other questions rolling in? Looks like Jeremy was the only question.
Seems like a pretty quiet night for us.
Yeah. So Jeremy brought something up that I want to actually address really quick. He said, yes, please, I'm ready for that $50 challenge. So the challenges that we're building in the background, we have a few that are being built to really help people jumpstart themselves, if you will. We have found that making it competitive in a very friendly manner by building challenges or competitions and things like that. Again, a friendly competition. It just makes things not much more fun, enjoyable, and we want to do them more, right? And so we're definitely working on building into what we do more challenges, more things where, you know, you have to do skill sets for 30 days, or you have to, you know, for a good example, myself and my CBD team, we just wrapped up 28-day challenge where we did gratitude, did a gratitude practice. Now that actually was profound for most of the people on the team, and life-changing really, when they, you know, people are starting to remember all the good things of their lives and going back into their childhoods and all this amazing stuff. But, you know, we will be doing more challenges again. And just so you know, that $50 one is going to be put back one challenge. We're putting another challenge in front of that. And so definitely get yourself on a game plan call. That's going to be your best course forward to really locking in your steps. That's exactly what they're for. Just building, you know, building you, the veteran, based on your passions and your goals, a custom game plan to get you there. That's what we do. That's what those are made for. So, you know, if that happens to be working more closely with us, then we share that with you. If that happens to be going to watch some of our trainings, that's where we're going to send you. If that's, you know, buying a software that's out there that's we all use, that's great, and getting yourself started that way, that's what we'll tell you. You know, there's been plenty of people who have been on those calls with us who are on and cranking now just because of that 1 30-minute call. So, you know, don't underestimate how much 30 minutes can really impact your life. We see Liam's got, are there any businesses that we can transition to digital? And why is online the future of commerce in your opinion? Is there any businesses? There isn't a business that cannot be transitioned to digital. That's the truth of it. Because look at it from this perspective. What is the number one thing a business needs to thrive? I want engagement. Put that in the comments for me. What is the number one thing any business needs to thrive? Customers is a good answer. People is a good answer. These are definitely byproducts of this, 100%. You know, getting customers, getting people is a byproduct of this. It is the number, no, websites isn't it either. Again, websites is a little bit further down the chain. And customers is, again, these are great answers, guys. These are all great answers. But it is actually the most sought after commodity. It is the number one thing that every business craves. And it is the lifeblood that keeps all commerce alive. Do you guys know what it is? Customers is getting lit up right now. Well, yeah, that absolutely helps too, Jeremy. If you gotta have them balls, that courage to get out there and actually take action. 100%. Number one thing that stops people is their own fear, not their skill set, you know, not their ability to do it. It's their mind. So you guys are guessing customer, and that's great. Customers are a byproduct of this, and the answer is attention. Every business on the planet requires attention, eyeballs on it that can create customers, right? Advertising has been a thing for a long, long time. You know, whether it is, traditional magazine, newspaper, TV, radio, you know, there's always been a need to get new customers, new eyeballs. And the way they do that is getting their attention. Now, let me ask you this question. Where's everybody's attention? Where is everyone spend their attention? Where do they spend that most precious, David knows, where do they spend that most precious resource? Tyler's on, you know, marketing. Yeah, you know, marketing is a huge part of it. Grabbing attention is marketing. Social media is a great answer. Absolutely. The internet, right? Think about this. When's the last time you went to a newspaper or a magazine or even the TV to look up something for information? I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people on the call tonight pull this bad boy out. Google search, YouTube search, Safari search, whatever it is. It's this, right? And when you look at it, like I said, Jeremy, there's going to be 9 out of 10. There's always going to be the one person who would rather be in the woods with the trees and forget electronics, right? So there's always the exceptions to the rule. However, it's where the attention is. In 2018, the amount of revenue generated by digital advertising finally and has steadily broken traditional advertising. In 2018, 2018, it almost crushed it. 2019, it surpassed it. 2020, I mean, it's still on a steady rise past it, right? The average digital marketing manager, that's an employee, not a business owner, but an actual employee, grosses starting out $96,000 a year. That's more than an engineer. Think about the skill set. Think about what creates success and wealth in people's lives. It's the skill set they know and the demand for that skill set. Look at the skill set of digital marketing and sales. It is taking over. The stats are there. The attention is there. And so there isn't a business on the planet today that does not require a digital presence, that does not require some sort of attention being grabbed from the internet, whether it's social media, SEO, email, whatever it is, it's required to be grabbed in order to get new customers. Do you have something you want to add?
Just something to share off of social media advertising. I volunteer at a haunted house, and we do a lot of our advertising on like Facebook, Twitter, and stuff like that. And we get customers from 8 hours away in Colorado just off of Facebook ads. We get people from 6 hours away in St. Louis off of Facebook ads.
Yeah.
So, you know, your Facebook, what people tend to live, you know, spend most of their days sitting there doing the Scrolodex. That's where they see most of their information from.
Yeah.
Facebook and Twitter.
The data is there. You guys can go research it yourself. There more and more now, especially back, in 2020 with COVID and the shutdown of basically a lot of brick and mortar businesses, the ability to actually, be out in person and gatherings and restaurants for a while and things like that. Everybody got more comfortable shopping online. Everyone got more comfortable being online more. There are people in my life who refuse to put their credit card information into like an Amazon or anything like that to purchase. And now they buy from there like twice a month, because of what happened last year. So here's the thing. Times have changed, and they have permanently changed. And so what was a slow ascent into the digital era has just become a quantum leap into what we are about to see. And so every business on the planet needs a digital presence, whether it's just sharing content on Facebook to drive up more traffic, or actually running ads onto a social media platform, or, just using social media to build their email list, which then they turn around and make money off of. There's plenty of large companies out there that do exactly that. I mean, their email list is their sole way they make money. So, again, it just comes down to the fact that if a company wants to stay alive, it doesn't want to go extinct like a Blockbuster. It has to adapt, it has to evolve, and it needs a digital presence. So there isn't a business on earth who could not benefit from doing what we do, from learning what we know, or at least leveraging what we know. There was a bunch of comments flying in, so I want to go back up. You guys were just answering my question. Mike was saying, yep, I was an engineer and I didn't make that a year. Both my brother-in-law and my wife are engineers, and I'll tell you right now, they didn't start off making that either. That's for sure. So it's crazy. And that's what's really crazy about that is when you think about it, that's your salary cap as an employee. Now think about someone like myself who takes that same exact skill set, But instead of applying it for another company's benefit, I'm applying it to the benefit of the people I'm looking to help and being rewarded financially for that. So now my income has no cap on it. Like I've told you guys in the past, my first year online, I more than doubled what a social media manager makes in a salary in 1 year. So, that's what's beautiful about these skills is that you don't have to be someone's social media manager. You don't have to be an ad agency. You can apply these things to something you love, an affiliate offer, a program or service that you really like, or one that you build for yourself, and sell them online using these skills. And that profit, that income, that sky becomes the limit. As many as you can turn around and sell is as much profit as you can make. There's no quotas or barriers on that, as like you would have as an employee. Once you hit your hours for the week, you're maxed out. There's nothing else. They're not going to pay you more. So I know I just prefer entrepreneurship for that. One of those main reasons is, I get to be the dictator of my own salary and how much I am worth. Let's see. You guys have any more questions? I notice you guys are answering a lot of mine still.
There was one in there from, let me find it here, Mike Hart. I can pull it up here.
Is it? I'm one of those people that have the. Okay, let me see if I think this is it.
Yep, that's it.
Mike asked, I'm one of those people that have the issue of the overshare. That's a good way to combat that issue. It's posture, learning to posture yourself. So so this is something that's extremely common, first of all. So I want you to understand that when someone first starts out in a brand new anything, we're very excited about it, right? We want to share. There's a lot of things that are new to us, so they're like almost overwhelmingly exciting. So we like burst the seams when we get to tell someone about them. I get that stuff, right? I do get that. And there's a time for that like overwhelming share that you can have, right? And it can be beneficial, but it's never beneficial when someone and you're in a conversation prospecting somebody, right? So if you're trying to speak with somebody and have an open line of communication with them, with the outcome ultimately being in your mind to help them and serve them in the best capacity, then you won't overshare, right? When we come to a conversation with, I need this sale, or I have to get this person in, and we just start spewing out everything that we think is going to convince them to do that, right? It becomes almost like a feel of desperation, right? That they're like, well, why are you yelling at me? Why are you telling me all these things? I didn't even ask you a question yet. But when we come from the mind frame and the posture and the understanding that we are here as a servant, we are here to help this person that we are speaking with, then we aren't just volunteering information because it isn't going to serve them. But when we take the time to listen to them, to ask them questions and figure out exactly what's going on, what that pain really is for them, then we only share what naturally comes out of us to help solve that problem. And so we tend not to overshare. We tend to be a true servant and someone that's out there to help. Now, again, I'm not saying that you're being desperate or you're chasing money. I also understand that there's a level of excitement that comes when something is new. Okay. And all I want to encourage you to do is shift your perspective to I am helping people, right? And volunteering useless information is not helping them. Yeah, it's useful to you. Yeah, it's valuable to you, benefits you. But until you know it benefits them, it is serving no one to say anything. So if you guys have ever been in a chat with me, I ask a lot of questions. Or on a game plan call with me, I ask a lot of questions because just telling you what I know in here isn't going to serve you unless I know where you're at and I give you the accurate information to help you move forward. Same thing when you're on a call with any product or service, right? Whatever that product is meant or service is meant to solve or do for that person, let's ensure it can do that. Let's figure out exactly what's going on for them. And then we can share directly. So I hope that makes sense. It's just a quick posture switch. It's understanding, and something that I do too that's really, really helpful is grounding myself before I interact, right? Taking a couple of seconds, close my eyes, and reminding myself I'm not attached to the outcome of this conversation. I'm here to serve and help the other person on the other end of this line or the other end of this call or whatever it may be. And that if at the end of the day that's not going to benefit me, then that's okay, right? Because what a sale does for me is allows me a moment of happiness, right? A moment of monetary gain, but it gives my customer a lifetime of satisfaction, a lifetime of change. It gives them the solution to the problem that was haunting them. And so, when you change that perspective, it really does help you not be salesy, right? Because I'm here to share. You guys I've actually had people on game plan calls with me being like, all right, pitch me. And I'm like, no, that's not what I do. Like, I'm not here to give you a sales pitch. Like, if what I just talked about with you made sense, then you're going to take action on that. Otherwise, you're not, and I can't help you anyway. So why would I want to pitch you anything? I'm here to educate and help. I'm not here to be the sleazy chap, the salesman. So it just kind of comes from a switch in posture. Exactly, Liam. Desperate salesman stinks. You have way more sales experience than me, brother, doing door to door. So, let's see. We got any other questions?
Looks like Sean has one.
All right, I'll get down there in just a second. This is our example of the Facebook user that I had mentioned in the beginning of the call. If you don't give us permission to see who you are, that's all it gives us. You are new to the marketing stuff, Brandy, but you're taking it like a sponge to water. You've already got your first sale last weekend. That's phenomenal. And that's all because you're taking action, right? You're not letting fear stop you. Yeah, you were probably extreme. You know what? Let's just be completely honest. You were extremely fearful when we first met you, but you've built that confidence through time working with us. And now you're out there serving people, not only inside of OVF as an amazing team member, but in your own private coaching business. And that, to me, it's why OVF exists. And I'm just so grateful to have you as a shining example of what's possible when we get out of our own way and go after our dreams. The team been helping me out a lot. Absolutely. It's what we're here for. So here's Sean's question. What is another good way to post about my business without a story? Well, at the end of the day, stories sell. So sharing in story format is always going to be one of your best ways to share a written post. Let's be honest. However, comedy is a great way to sell. I noticed, Sean, that you actually have done some parody videos. I noticed that you have done some spoofs on, traditional marketing, traditional videos that you would see out there. That's a great way to grab attention, brother. That's another great way to drive interest. If you're trying to, just create interest around your business, then just doing those short, impactful value videos is going to be great. If you're trying to, get more customers, then you can run a promo cycle, which is always a good way to do that. You can run a challenge, which is another good way to do that. There's other ways of getting out there and different types of posts and engagements and content that you can use. But I'll tell you right now, nothing's going to beat a go live. Go lives are what Facebook favors over everything else. So if you can go out there and share yourself in a go live, you might even do, what are they called? Shoot, can't think of the word. Product presentation. If you have products that you're using that you really love, and maybe you have some people who are also really loving them, you can do like a 15-minute go live product highlight where it's you and maybe two other people who have also used the product, sharing your love of it, sharing why you like it, sharing how it can help other people, right? getting people interested. But again, I'm going to tell you right now, stories are going to be the best way to do it. We love to learn through stories. We attach ourselves to them. There's a reason why the hero's journey has been watched a million times in cinema and will be watched a million times more, is that's what we are drawn to. And so anytime that you can share anything through a story, it's going to do a lot better than just sharing information, just sharing your bullet points or sharing your features. When you can share someone's story, it's going to be significantly better for you. So those are just some ideas, Sean, that you can run. But again, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. What works, works. Let's see, my brain jumps a lot. So help crank up the homestead repairs. So this is a little bit outside the box question. It's not really pertain to our area expertise, but let's brainstorm on it for a minute here with Jeremy. My brain jumps a lot. My primary focus is on BIB to help crank up the homestead repairs before the expeditions. What I would love to do overall is turn my homestead into a maker tinker space. So my advice to everybody, always, if you chase two rabbits, you catch none. Find yourself one big, hairy, audacious goal at a time, conquer it, knock it down, get another, do it again, right? So if you're looking to build a business around homesteading and expeditions and survival craft, do that, right? Do that, and then use 10% of every income check that you get to put money back into your homestead or whatever it might be, to turn that into a tinker space. Heck, when I look at it from big picture, if I were to go eagle view out, I would build the business. I would have it so that my leads are being generated off of a funnel online, lead generation funnel. Be driving, using stories. Again, they're going to sell. So I'd share, your story about why you love it. Maybe two other people, maybe a student and one other person who may be an expert in that field that can share that story. Use those as your ads, run those people into the funnel, get their name on an email list, have it, you give them value, whatever you can give them, those 3 tips of survival, 5 tips of survival, whatever you decide to make that lead magnet, you give that to them in exchange for their information. On the very next page, you can start hinting that, you have, you could do a video there where it's a drop about the expedition and what people have learned and maybe some things like that there. And then ultimately what's going to happen is in the email sequences and in your follow-up with them, you're going to let them know, if you really liked what you saw there, you can dive deeper if that's what you'd like. And I actually have weekend expeditions where I take people and I teach them these skills in person. There's nothing like, actually getting hands-on and learning that way. And that will start drumming up and creating revenue for you, right? And again, I'm going real fast on this call. If you want more detailed, like actual layout game plan, book a call with me, we'll get it done. But that'll start generating you revenue, right? You're building a list. You can be selling them the expedition. You can also be using affiliate links to recoup your advertising and lead cost by selling survival gear, making commissions off of things that you already love and would share anyway, right? That's the beautiful thing about affiliate marketing, is it's the stuff that we were going to tell our friends to go buy anyway, because we love it. So put those links in there, recoup some of your costs, make your expedition your big ticket back end item that allows you to really make your income, and then take a portion of each of that and start reinvesting it back into your homestead so that you can have that tinker space. And I would document the entire journey. I would start a YouTube channel, that is like, this is where I'm at. I've just built the business. This is the homestead. I'm going to take you guys on this journey as I turn this into like my tinker space, like my place where I'm just going to make all sorts of cool things. I'm going to share with you guys how to make them. You guys and it's going to be another outlet for people to see what you're about and what you do, to bring them in and then also bring them on the expeditions. And I guarantee you, you run that for about a year, because obviously you have to space out your expeditions and you can only have so many people. So I'm giving you a full year because it's a limited scale on what you can do by yourself. But you give that a full year and you will have built a community of people who know, like, and trust you, who, you know, are raving about you like many do about the OVF, and they should share you naturally because of what they love. They keep coming back for more. They bring their friends. They give you shout outs for the skills that they've learned because of you. You know, the next time they're camping or whatever, and they make that bow drill fire and they tag you in it. That's another great way of advertising. But we build ourselves up to that, and we have to focus on the one main thing first, and that's getting ourselves attention on a business and starting to create revenue from that attention. And so lead magnet, which is like your survival tip giveaway, that moves them into gear they can buy, kind of like an online store of affiliate links, ultimately upsell them into, you know, that, you know, couple $1,000 expedition or whatever you decide that ticket is. What I will tell you is know your worth. People, just listen to me, please. If you learn anything here tonight, listen to me now. Know your worth and charge accordingly. So many times I have seen, and I have been a victim to it in my past, in years past, where we charge, we undercharge. We try to be the lowest bidder in the industry. We try to be the guy that makes it the least barrier of entry by dropping the price so significantly. You know what that actually does? It tells the future buyer, it tells your future student, customer, client that you have no value for them, that you don't even value your own stuff enough to truly price it the right way. No one takes things, we really do equate price with value. And if no one's going to take something seriously, if it's supposed to be priced at $3,000 and you're selling it for $300, right? Most people are going to be reluctant to buy that. You're going to have your one-off people who are like, I love a good deal. I'll buy anything for sale. Great. But aren't you trying to really help people and scale a business? And so at the end of the day, price your stuff accordingly, know your value, know your worth, and don't be afraid to charge it. But awesome, Jeremy. And I hope that helps, brother. I know I went fast, and if you don't understand funnels, that may have went over the head. So again, game plan calls, you get my undivided attention. Mike says, outstanding advice. I have a lot of excitement about trying to help others and definitely word vomit. Yeah. Like I said, totally get it. We've all been there. And two things that I find hold people up the most is, one, they just have it in their head that they can't be a salesman. Like, I'm not good at sales. Well, guess what? You don't have to sell. All you have to do is share. And when you can come from that mindset, it completely removes that excuse, and you don't no longer have that feeling of like, oh, I gotta make money. Like, no, it's whatever, right? If it works for them, they're gonna buy it, and everyone's gonna win. And then the other side of that is always like the fear of rejection, right? Is like, you know, what if that person says no to me? Like, what if I share this with them and they tell me that I suck? Like, they tell me that my beard is ugly, or that I wear my hat's crooked and I'm stupid, right? Like, it's going to happen anyway. So fear of rejection, I think that one of the best things you can do for yourself in entrepreneurship, if you truly want to serve people, is build an iron skin to it. Just be used to hearing the word no and just keep moving forward.
Unfortunately, the world is full of haters.
Especially now with social media, you know, the digital troll is a real thing. I got nothing better to do today. Let me go fuck with somebody. Like, that's real. Yeah. Let's see. We got a lot of comments flying in. We're talking a lot, so it's not getting to them. No sales, just connection and value. You can't run a business without sales, so I'm confused. It's a hobby if it's not making revenue. So are you building a hobby for others, or are you building a business to help others? Because if it's a business, you need sales. So a lot of these are from earlier, so I don't know. But look at you now. The one I saw was hilarious. I loved it. Unbelievable where I'm at in my business right now. Absolutely. You have come a long way. It's been amazing to watch you grow. Common misconceptions. That's the plan. Thank you for helping with the clarity. You got it, brother. We see you, Jeremy. Yes, we do. Yeah, brother. Short selling. That's why I said what I said about knowing your value and charging your worth. Is because I see it all the time, not just in the veteran community, but just in the entrepreneurship, especially in the digital space, where everyone's like, "But the competition is so thick. I gotta charge less." It's like, no. Some of the most successful people I know charge more, a lot more, and they have no qualms doing it, and people will pay it left and right. You're like, you just know your value, charge your value. Less value. Well, if you have less value, charge less. I'm saying charge according to your value. Don't charge someone $3,000 if you're only giving them $300 worth of value, right? I'm just saying charge your worth, because I see too many people not doing that. Huge value and help. We'll dig into the funnels later. Yeah, so, and I appreciate that vote of confidence. I've been doing it quite a while. And just like anybody on the call, you can become a pro at funnels too, guys. What we do here, digital marketing it's a very simple thing to learn. Once you dive in, it just takes time and repetition, like anything. But like I said, I've put in that time, that repetition, the hours, and even been hired to travel and train others to do so. So, many, many more hours in that as well. So I definitely know what I'm doing when it comes to funnels, and would love to help anybody who is looking to do more automation with that. So definitely reach out to me if that's something you guys are looking to do. It's not for everybody. Again, funnels is you're leveraging automation now. A lot of the times we use paid ads. It's going to increase your overhead for a little while until you can get those tools to start paying for themselves. So, again, it's not for everybody, but I would not, I don't know. How do I want to word that? Now that I know how to run funnels, I would never not run funnels. That's how I want to say that. The comment was earlier in response to not selling someone on a product per se, but more so bringing value and connection. Awesome. Yeah, cool. The comments are kind of delayed, so I just wanted to get some clarity on that. Appreciate it. So I really appreciate everyone's engagement here tonight. We were a little slow there at first, but you guys really started jumping in and asking those questions. We got about 10 minutes left, so let's get a couple more, one or two more answered for you guys here tonight. Again, if you're looking for more specific like business-oriented funnel building and steps and things like that, the answer for you guys is the free 30-minute game plan call. Get yourself on there. We'll point you in the right direction, get you moving forward. And then, that's going to be your best steps forward. But if you have any other questions, drop them right now, and we'll get them answered. I just jumped over to see the news feed, and I have my news feed eradicator up. I forgot I left it up. I love that tool. Hey, real quick for you guys, a little marketing hack, if you will. If you guys run a business on social media and you just get sick of the constant noise and clutter and nonsense that kind of just shows up in your news feed, you can download a free plugin for your browser. I use Google Chrome, so mine's a Chrome browser, called News Feed Eradicator. And so instead of seeing all the regular noise that would be in your news feed when you go in to answer a message or accept invites or whatever, however you run your business, you just see a really inspirational quote, and that's it. That's all you see. And it's kind of like, it's nice to keep you from getting distracted. So Jeremy is asking, when do you have another open slot for a call? Great question, brother. So for everybody who wants to book a call at any time, Unit 1, Module 4 is book a free 30-minute game plan call with an OVF staff member. Right now, I'm doing all the calls, so you'll get a call with me. However, like I've said in the past, we are going to be opening up those calls and training up more staff to be on them as we grow some more. So be ready for that as well. But right now, Unit 1, Module 4, There's a link right inside there. Will allow you to book a call with me. It's on a rolling calendar, so you'll be able to grab those, and it'll automatically update me and let me know, because I built the funnel that you guys booked that appointment. So all on automation. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then I get to spend my time focused on helping you guys and not having to worry about being my own personal assistant. So very awesome stuff. Sean's asking, can we get a testimonial video from you on HempWorks? Yeah, brother, absolutely. Any day of the week. You know me. That's my CBD, hands down, every day, all day. So if you ever need a testimonial from me on HempWorks, I will gladly give that to you. You know, I wouldn't be on this camera cognitive and talking to you the way I can without it. You know, this coffee berry right here, it's always next to my computer, because I won't jump on a call, write a post, write an email, do anything that requires brain power without it. You know, those who work with me on an extensive basis more closely know how forgetful my TBI can make me. Like I do. I have to write everything down. I rely on my team very heavily to keep me focused. We have Asana and stuff to keep us on task, but you know, without that coffee berry, you know, I don't, it's like a neuro factor or something. They've got copywritten inside of it, but damn, I mean, I won't go a day without it. That's for damn sure. And so if you ever need, I will definitely give you that. I'll give, like, my wife can give you the ones for the hair care and the skin care. She uses our apple stem cell one for her face and stuff, for acne and stuff. My kids love the gummies. We use the coffee. Like, yeah, dude, my house is full of testimonials for that stuff. So definitely be able to hook you up. Mike is saying everyone here at the OVF is amazing. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate you being here, brother. Without the OVF members, the OVF team wouldn't have a purpose, nor would we have grown or, you know, be on such a mission like we are. So thank you. You guys make the OVF what it is. We just get to be a part of it. You're very welcome, Sean. Anytime, brother. You know, it's been an honor watching you grow too, Sean. You know, I watched you kind of sit on the sidelines for a bit, and then jump in, and you've been going, you know, full throttle ever since you pulled that trigger. And it's been really awesome to see, brother. I think that you have a knack and a talent for comedic based videos, parodies, and things that kind of make fun of your traditional style of marketing and fancy mansions and fast cars and things like that. Like your one you did with your, you know, my cabin by the lake video. I still can't get that out of my head, dude. That's how good that was. And so do more of those, and you will absolutely create a culture around you that you love, and that, you know, you'll have fun doing it. Like, I can even see you starting a YouTube channel around that, dude. Like, we can talk if you're interested, but I can see some big things, dude. Big things. And you're natural already, and you've just got started. Imagine how comfortable you're going to become in a few months, a year, right? I wasn't this comfortable on camera even a year ago, right? It comes with just being on. I'm on camera basically all day, every day, right? I wake up in the morning. I do the 7 o'clock check-in with the team. I'm on camera. Then turn around. I do 2 game plan calls in the morning, 2 game plan calls at night, private 1-hour coaching sessions with my DVI students, plus the group check-in once a week. Like, I'm on camera all the time, and I got comfortable here, but I wasn't always comfortable here. Trust me. If you guys have heard the story before, I've actually slammed the computer shut so the camera couldn't see me. That's how scared I was to be on camera. But now I just don't care. Like, I've just been here long enough that, like, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable here. This is home. I get to hang out with you guys, be with family, really. And that's one of the things I believe was the line in the sand, that epiphany, that switch that happened in me that allowed me to be here, make mistakes, forget what I'm saying, look like a fool, still have fun, still deliver value, is that I stopped caring about the opinions of those who I was not trying to help, right? There's an old saying, stop listening to the people in the stands and start paying attention to those bleeding in the arena with you. And that's what I did. Started paying attention to those who I was trying to help, those who mattered, those who were running with me, those entrepreneurs like myself and David. And it changed everything for me because all that noise went away. Go ahead, David.
There's a quote. I'm trying to think who said it. It's the man in the arena. Really inspirational quote. It's by one of our presidents.
I could probably Google it real quick.
I think I got it saved on my phone. But it's really inspirational.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes.
Pull it up right now. Oh, it's long.
Yeah, it's a really long quote.
All right. See, one of the best things I ever also did for myself was become resourceful. There is nothing you cannot Google or YouTube and find out, guys. There is never a reason to be stumped or use an excuse that you don't know. You can find it somewhere. And if you don't, you can always message myself, Liam, David. We can find it somewhere, or we know it. So here's the quote. The man in the arena. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. Those whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms. The great devotions, who spend himself in a worthy cause, who at the best know in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither knew victory nor defeat. That is a good one. That is a good one.
I keep that quote close by all the time. That's on hard days. That's something I keep close. So pop it open on my phone, give it a quick read.
Yeah, it's true though. You know, you're never going to get anywhere without going outside of your comfort zone, failing, getting up, doing it again. Right? It's how we grow. It's how we learn. I think Tony Robbins, says it best: if you're not growing, you're dying. Right? If there's one or the other. So yeah, well said indeed. What a great way to close out this session here tonight. So guys, I just want to take a moment as always and just say thank you for taking the time out of your Thursday evening to be here with us, to engage here with us, to ask us the questions, to provide you the value. Next week we will be doing a regular training as always, so keep an eye out for the topic and the title, and definitely be keeping an eye out here in the beginning of February for our huge breakout session that we're going to be doing. That is, we're changing things up a little bit, and we really think that this is going to be an absolutely amazing experience for all who are willing to step up and give up a little bit of their time to learn from us. So awesome. Ready to rock. We got hard lessons to learn. You're welcome, John. Good to see you back, brother. Good to see you back around. All right, David, I'll have you just say goodbye, and then I'll close us out.
Good seeing you all guys tonight. Have fun. Be safe. Strive for success. Keep on pushing.
Absolutely. And as always, guys, if you ever need us, we are in Messenger. David, myself, Brandy, Liam, we're always here for you. And here's the thing. Nothing's going to change in your life without action. And we're here to help you to make that action as painless as possible and to really help you make the most effective leap forward into your future. But we can't do that without you reaching up to be pulled up. And the best way to reach out to be pulled up is to reach out to one of us or schedule yourself for a game plan call. Those are 2 free assets available to you that will absolutely help you excel your life and your business. Utilize them. Dive into our hours of free training that we have inside of our unit section. Definitely take advantage of our deep dive free gift. That's our business breakthrough training, 2 hours of hardcore training that's going to help you lay the foundation that you need to really start building success online. And then when you're ready and you want to really launch this thing, get on that game plan call, and we'll get you those steps so you can do it. So with that being said, guys, have an amazing night. We look forward to hearing from you. Keep your eye on the group. We're going to be dropping even more value here coming soon. Have a good night. Peace.